Today, we're diving into a system that does something pretty wild. It doesn't just want to help you check off your to-do list. It wants to transform your entire life into a spiritual adventure. So let's get into how it actually works.
Think about it. We've all got goals, right? That promotion, that side project, even just cleaning out the garage. But do you ever get that feeling that just checking boxes isn't quite cutting it? That maybe, just maybe, there's a much bigger game to be played, one where every single thing you do has some kind of deeper meaning?
Well, that's the whole idea behind this first part. This system basically reframes your entire existence as the ultimate game. And believe me, the stakes are way higher than just getting things done.
And you can really see the difference right here. On the left, that's traditional productivity. It's all about efficiency, tasks, the stuff you can see and measure. But over on the right, leveling up reality is a totally different beast. It's less about what you do and way more about who you become. The focus shifts to spiritual growth and finding real meaning, even in the most boring tasks.
So, what is this thing exactly? Well, Leveling Up Reality, or Lure for short, is a productivity web game, but it gamifies your life using Islamic spiritual values. The whole point is to turn every single challenge, every task, every day into a chance to level up, not just at work, but in your very soul.
Now, to really get what this system is about, you gotta understand the lore. Because in this game, the whole world is your playing field. Or maybe more accurately, it's your dungeon.
The whole philosophy starts with this idea of the Lawhul Mahfuz. Think of it as an eternal, preserved tablet where every single thing that will ever happen was written down 50,000 years before creation even began. This reframes everything. A setback at work isn't a personal failure, it's a pre-written quest event. A tough challenge isn't just some random obstacle, it's part of a divine plan designed specifically for your growth.
And every great game needs an epic backstory, right? This one starts with the creation of the Jinn, beings of smokeless fire, and their leader Iblis. When Adam, humanity's ancestor, was created, Iblis, who becomes the game's ultimate bad guy, got arrogant and refused a divine command. For that, he was cursed, and in his rage, he vowed to spend all of eternity trying to mess with humankind. And when Adam and Hawa were sent down to Earth, well, that was basically the opening cinematic. That's what turned our world into the ultimate dungeon.
So where do you fit into all this? You're the hero, of course. Your role is Khalifa. You're a successor to Adam. You've been given a mission to help the earth prosper and to spread goodness. You're not just living day to day, you're on a sacred quest.
And every hero needs a health bar. In this game, it's your heart points, or HP. It's a direct visual measure of your soul's purity. Every bad choice, every negative action, it deals damage and knocks down your HP. If that bar hits 0, you get to a state called Arabah, a heart that's completely stained and sealed off. And that makes your main objective in this whole game crystal clear. Keep that HP above 0 until your very last day.
Okay, so you know the setting, you know the mission. Now for the fun part, character creation. Let's see how you figure out your own unique role in this whole epic adventure. So the idea here is that we're all born with these 6 core potentials, and they map perfectly onto classic RPG classes. Got that leadership potential? You're a warrior. Deep empathy? You're a healer. Love analyzing things? You're a rogue. If you're all about order, you're a tank. Thirst for knowledge? Mage. And that streak of independence? That makes you an assassin. So, which one are you?
Well, you find out with a quick quiz that gives you your MBTI personality type. The system uses that as a kind of framework for your natural strengths. This is how the game gets personal. Your type, say ENTJ for example, maps directly to a primary class, which would be warrior, and a subclass, rogue. And just like that, you've got a unique, custom-built path for your own development.
All right, your character is created. Let's get into the gameplay. This is how you actually start making progress and leveling up, day in and day out.
So the gameplay really boils down to 2 main stats. On one hand, you've got credit. This is basically your experience score. You earn it by doing quests, and it's what determines your rank. On the other hand, you've got heart points, or HP, which we just talked about. That's your spiritual health, a measure of your heart's purity. Now, they're tracked separately, but you better believe they are deeply connected.
And you can really see that progression here on this chart. It shows the climb from F rank, which is just 100 credit, all the way up to the legendary SSS rank at 2,000 credit. It's the perfect visual for how growth, both personal and spiritual, is this lifelong journey. The further you get, the more consistent effort it takes to keep climbing.
So how do you actually earn all that credit? Well, the game gives you all kinds of quests. Big things, like hitting a major life achievement, could net you 500 credit or even more. But what's cool is that the system also rewards just being consistent. Finish a simple daily quest, you get 1 credit. Stick to a positive habit, you get 5. It really shows that both the big wins and the small daily disciplines are what it takes to move forward.
Now, back to managing that spiritual health. You start the game with 50 HP. Every time you complete a positive habit, boom, you gain 10 HP. But if you slip up and do a negative one, you lose 10. It's an instant feedback loop. But here's the really powerful part, the Istighfar counter. Istighfar is about seeking forgiveness. In the game, it's a button you can press to do just that, and it instantly restores 5 HP. It basically gamifies repentance, showing you that no matter how much you slip up, a spiritual comeback is always just 1 click away.
Now, once you really get the hang of the basics, this is where things get really cool. You can start unlocking the most powerful abilities in the game, and we're not talking about fantasy powers here. These are gamified spiritual strengths.
Take a look at these 5 skills. You've got things like Divine Protection, which kind of helps make your day-to-day life run a little smoother. You earn that by purifying your intentions. Or there's Divine Sense, which gives you incredible focus and calm. That's unlocked by learning to manage your emotions. There's even a hidden one, Divine Limit Break, that brings help from totally unexpected places. The key thing to remember is you earn these skills through real-world spiritual discipline.
Now, this whole journey isn't just some solo quest you go on by yourself. The system has a social and even a competitive side where you can really put all your progress to the test.
I want you to imagine an arena where that character you've been building up, all that discipline, all that spiritual work, gets tested in strategic card duels against other players. That's the Leveling Up Reality collectible card game, the CCG. It brilliantly turns what could be a lonely self-improvement journey into a shared, super motivational experience.
And get this, your strength in that arena, it's calculated fresh every single day. The formula shows that your card's attack points are a direct result of your heart points right now, your overall rank, and the credit you earned just today. This is huge. It means you can't just coast. A high-ranked player who's having an off day can totally be beaten by a lower-ranked player who is spiritually and productively on fire that day.
And all of this creates this incredible feedback loop. All the internal work you do in the web game translates directly to real external strength in the card game. But then, the desire to win and do well in that social arena pushes you right back to being more consistent with your daily habits. It's this amazing cycle of total, holistic growth.
Which brings us right back to the central question. This whole system gives you a powerful new way to look at things, a framework to fill every moment with meaning, with purpose, and with a sense of epic adventure. It asks us to stop seeing our lives as just a list of chores and to start seeing it as the ultimate game. So the only question left is, how will you choose to play?